Okay, let's dive in. There's this huge, I mean, really massive gap between how people see our subject and, well, her actual life. We've got this source where she just says it flat out, almost chillingly calm. I'm only doing this for money.
Yeah.
That's just, it's brutally honest, isn't it?
Yeah.
Makes you stop and think about everything we assume about online fame.
It really does cut through the usual narrative. So today, we're doing a deep dive into Daisy Melanin. She's a model, a creator, Ghanaian Nigerian roots, a big name online in Africa now.
Right.
And our mission here really is to look at the sources we have and get past the headlines,
Yeah, go deeper.
Exactly. We're focusing on, I think, 3 big themes from the material:
Mhm.
survival, pure and simple choice, and the real cost of independence when everyone's watching.
Okay, so basics first, just for context. Born 2002.
That's right, makes her just 23 now.
Yeah.
And yeah, that mixed Ghanaian and Nigerian heritage is key.
So young. And that dual background, that's got to add layers to the pressure she's under.
Absolutely. And that sets up the central puzzle, the paradox we see right away in the sources.
Which is?
Well, we're looking at this young woman who's literally turned her image, a very controversial image, into her income stream. Yet one of her biggest goals, stated quite clearly, is just wanting her mother to be proud of her.
Wow. Yeah, that's a conflict. The sort of rebellious online figure versus the daughter seeking approval.
That's the emotional heart of this whole thing, I think, that tension.
It is. And thinking about her background, it's such a contrast. She grew up near Akosombo in Ghana.
The sources describe it as beautiful, quiet, almost pastoral.
So different from the Lagos scene or the social media storm she's in now.
A world away, really. It gives her this strong cultural base, though.
And her early dreams, what were they?
Pretty typical for someone wanting to get into entertainment. She loved music, loved dancing.
Well.
The dream was, like many young people, to make it big in the mainstream scene.
And she started down that path, right?
Yeah.
By 18, she was getting noticed.
Yeah.
Music videos.
Yeah, she was in a few, including one with Amarado, the Ghanaian rapper. She was definitely on that track.
Building a conventional career.
But that's where the pressure cooker starts. Fame in Ghana, well, West Africa generally, especially for young women stepping out, it comes with a heavy price tag, culturally speaking.
How so?
She was immediately put under this intense scrutiny. Her clothes, how confident she seemed, her whole vibe, everything was up for debate online.
And not just debate, right?
Yeah.
The sources suggest it was pretty aggressive, particularly around gender expectations.
Exactly that. When a young woman there shows that kind of confidence, takes control of her look, the backlash is fast and it gets personal.
So judgments about her clothes, her looks.
Her morality, everything. It reached a point where the internet basically gave her a nickname, the public identity she didn't ask for.
Oh.
So that initial visibility turned into a kind of cage, really, full of judgment.
Okay, so she's dealing with all that, this intense, unwanted public gaze. And then the sources mention a turning point. Personal stuff, heartbreak.
Yeah, it seems like that combination of public pressure and private struggles pushed her to make a really big decision.
Which was?
The sources call it a bold move. She left Ghana, packed up, and went to Nigeria for a fresh start.
Wow. Not just moving cities, that's like hitting reset completely.
Totally. Trying to find space, maybe, to redefine herself away from that very specific, very critical environment she'd known.
And Nigeria. That opened up a different path.
Right.
This is where the adult content comes in.
It is. But interestingly, the sources say it wasn't like an overnight jump onto OnlyFans or something. It started more privately.
Oh, okay.
Smaller audiences, maybe more controlled. But then it did expand, yeah. Premium videos, Snapchat, adult sites. It became her main thing, a very deliberate economic shift.
And her name just exploded, didn't it? Not just Ghana or Nigeria, but like continent-wide trending.
Absolutely huge. And the reaction was instantly split right down the middle.
That's so.
You had one camp, often other women creators, calling her brave, bold for taking charge of her money. And then the other side, heavy condemnation. Social conservatives, religious groups, calling her a sinner, an outcast. She became this symbol, a real lightning rod for cultural debates.
Which loops us back to that quote, that incredibly blunt, viral quote. Faced with all this moral outrage, she just says,
I'm only doing this for money.
yeah. It just cuts through everything.
Yeah.
No talk of passion or art.
And like we said, that bluntness feels like a defense mechanism, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
When you look at it through the lens of her earlier struggles, the
Black.
social attacks.
My nyash is black. My tutu is black. I have a black tutu.
Sources really point to this. When making ends
because
meet,
I am a
you
black
just don't have the
girl.
luxury of
That
caring
is
about
because I
outside
am a
pressures.
black girl. You
It's
don't
become purely
expect me to have
transactional.
Exactly. A means to an end.
a dark
Independence.
Yeah,
complexion,
Independence.
I
and
like
you
that
want
perspective.
my nyash to be
Yeah.
You
fair.
turn this controversial
You
image
want my
into
tutu to
actual
be
income.
fair.
But running that kind of
I have
career, especially
a
at that
black
scale,
armpit.
it must
That is
require
because I am
some serious
black.
structure, right? Not the recklessness people might assume.
That's one of the
You
most
don't
surprising
expect
things with
me
your
to look like
situation.
you. Look at you. I'm
Completely
looking
flips the script
like
on the
you,
reckless narrative.
How so?
Melanin.
Well, she has strict safety
You don't
rules,
expect me to have a fair
mandatory health
armpit.
checks before every shoot. That's a
You
check
don't expect
non-negotiable.
under my
Okay.
nyash to be
And she's
fair
very clear
because I
about
am a
choosing
black
who she
girl.
works with. She stays in
You
control
people
of
should stop making
collaborations.
some girls
So she's
feel
actively
insecure.
managing the risks. It's a business
It is
operation.
normal.
Absolutely.
It
And
is normal
even
for
where she
you
works
as a
is
black girl to have
that deal
black
really stands.
black nyash,
British
black
accent.
Most
armpits,
of South
black tutu
Africa and
because you
Nigeria.
are black, because that is who
The
you are.
reason she
There is
feels the
nothing you are
setup's
going to do
fair, maybe the
about it.
regulations or just the
Why are you
professionalism,
trying to
are
bleach those
safer.
places?
Yeah, it shows calculation. This isn't
I
someone
once
just chasing
dated a
passion here
guy.
anyhow.
He
She's
would
looking
jokingly
to her
say, "See
market
your
based
black
on
nyash."
safety and professionalism.
Like he
But even
always
with
say
that
that.
professional approach,
To me, I
the
don't know
external
if it
stuff
is a
didn't
joke
stop,
or
did it? The
he
fame brought
himself he get
followers,
black
but
nyash.
also hate.
I don't know
The
what
money
he's
was coming
trying
from.
to
Oh,
do.
tons of it. A
Are
constant
you trying to
flood of
make
hate,
me
but
feel
also people just
insecure?
assuming she was incredibly wealthy now and demanding
I am
handouts.
It
black
must be
and
exhausting.
You can
beautiful.
almost hear it in her
You
voice
are
in
a
that post
black
quote
girl.
from it. She said something like,
Melanin.
"Stop
You are
asking me
an
for money.
African
I
girl.
work for
It is
mine.
normal
Work
for
for
you to
yours."
have a dark armpit,
And it captures that double
black
bind, right?
bonbon,
The hate
black
and the
tutu.
safety expectation
Very sweet.
that becomes
Does
her
all of them
purpose
mean
on stage.
exactly the same?
Earnings are somehow profitable.
What is this? Why we
Exactly.
don't like
Very young
ourselves?
person
Why
just
Africans
sounding
don't like themselves?
tired
It
of
is
explaining
okay.
yourself,
My hair
justifying your
is like
choices
this. It is
to
strong because
literally
it is
millions of
meant to
people.
be
The
like this.
emotional weight of that is huge
Yeah.
and completely hidden from anyone just
I
consuming
cannot change the
content.
Which brings up
facts
the big
that
question.
this is my hair, this is
Motivation when
me.
the camera's off.
Yeah.
The
I
sources usually
cannot change
paint a
it.
picture, don't they? A real contrast.
It's a
So why
striking
trying to
duality.
kill
Off
yourself
camera,
to be
dating
what you are, to be
described
what
as
you are not?
quiet,
Please,
caring, even
we should
shy
love
sometimes when she's
ourselves.
not on.
Really shy.
Please,
Yeah.
we
Loves to
can do
joke
better.
around, loves dancing with friends. Just a
I
completely
am
different person in the
black.
persona.
And there's
I'm
something else the
proud.
sources mentioned. A passion
One
totally
love.
separate from her work.
Yes.
Mwah.
Cooking. A huge passion for cooking, specifically Ghanaian food.
Like what?
The real staples. Banku, okra soup, and especially waki. Things deeply tied to home culture.
Happy New Month, guys!
That's a beautiful contradiction, isn't it? The controversial online star whose main private passion is traditional home cooking.
It grounds her, you
Yeah.
know. And it's not just a hobby, it's directly linked to her future plans. Her escape route, maybe.
What are the plans?
She wants to start a YouTube cooking channel explicitly to show this other side of herself, the quiet, food-loving, traditional side people don't see.
A way to reshape her narrative.
Perhaps. And the ultimate goal, the big dream that ties it all together, opening her own restaurant one day, maybe back in Ghana, maybe Lagos. But the key thing she wants is for it to be a peaceful place, somewhere away from the
Hey everyone! Happy new month of May. I hope it's amazing.
That's the core tension, isn't it? The world sees the adult performer, the provocateur, but she's trying to build towards being seen as a successful, maybe even traditional businesswoman.
Someone her mother could be proud of.
Exactly, using the fast, high-risk money now to fund a slower, lower-risk, maybe more socially acceptable future later.
So when you put it all together, the survival instinct, the business sense, this private versus public self, what's her take on her own past?
It seems to be one of, well, resilience. She says she doesn't regret it, sees it as what she had to do to survive.
Okay.
But she really hopes people will eventually see more than just the content creator. She wants to be remembered, fundamentally, as someone who survived incredible pressure and carved out her own independence.
A survival.
Yeah. And that, I think, is the takeaway for you, the listener, from this deep dive. It's a potent reminder that behind every viral clip, every shocking headline, there's a real person. A person navigating economics, judgment, ambition, just trying to make it work.
Yeah.
And it highlights the sheer guts it takes, especially for a woman, to defy norms in a world that, as the sources note, often doesn't forgive women for being different.
This whole exploration wasn't just about her industry, was it?
Yeah.
It was about tracing that path, where necessity forces choices that society condemns. It really makes you question